What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. 5:43 in the morning on Tuesday, February 23rd, 2026. Business back to normal, folks. I'm here at the shop at 5:45. Yesterday was a treacherous day. But I have a story to tell you. I should be sleeping in my bed at the Alyeska Resort and Spa in Girdwood, Alaska. I should have went on that plane on Sunday morning on my 7:40 a.m. flight that was not canceled. My wife should have went on her plane at 7:15 from JFK to PBI, Palm Beach International Airport, to spend some time with her family. But we did not, because we plan and God laughs. I have a story to share with you folks. But first, I got to make this espresso because this is a story that I cannot believe occurred, and the order of events that went in perfect sequence to get where we are now is incredible. I need to share this story over the last 48 hours. You're not going to believe it. But first, the ACiQ Industries Model MP 001. We got to get her in action. We got to put the snowblower back up there. And if there's ever going to be epic content, it's going to be right now. Let's pray. Did I get it up there successfully? And not cause a ruckus? One more better. Let's give it a little push. Let's give it a little push, folks. There you go. See? She got a little push. The MP001, folks. You guys had plenty of opportunities to buy these. Last year, I was a manufacturer of short aisle, narrow aisle forklifts, but no one bought any. I was giving them away for $12,500. And folks, I would have made $10,000 per unit. Not bullshitting you. ACiQ Industries. Narrow aisle forklift. I think it's pretty cool though. It does its trick. It does what it's supposed to do. All right, folks, I got to tell you a story. But first, before I lose my audience, as you guys know, if you've been paying attention, I will be a guest of ACiQ on Monday and Tuesday, March 9th and 10th, 2026, in Dayton, Ohio. On Monday, March 9th, in the evening, I will be hosting, with ACiQ as my sponsor, a meet and greet. It'll be somewhere in Dayton, Ohio. Penny's working on it. It's going to be awesome. But if you live in the Dayton, Ohio area, it's a great opportunity. If you want to say hi, I'll give you a couple stickers. And have a few drinks. And have a great time. So if anyone's available on Monday, March 9th, 2026, in the evening, probably around, 6, 7 o'clock at night, maybe a little bit later, I don't know exactly, but somewhere in Dayton, Ohio, Penny's working on it, I will be, we'll be hosting a meet and greet. Similar to what we did in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, before we did that philanthropy job, one of the first installs that we did for free for the community, for the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy Charitable Organization. So keep that on your schedule. Also, if you're an HVAC contractor, Or you're just a DIY guy, or you just happen to be a fan of my channels. My live stream hosted at ACiQ Global Headquarters on Tuesday, March 10th, my birthday, 2026 at 2 p.m. We will be hosting a live stream Q&A. It's going to be, if you're an HVAC contractor, installer, this is an event you're not going to want to miss because you're going to want to take advantage of the many once-in-a-lifetime live stream only, I want to call them prizes. Yeah, we'll call them prizes and giveaways because it's going to be epic. Epic, epic, epic. So make sure you check that out on the Mikey Pipes Pipe Doctor YouTube channel, link right up there. Okay, now let me tell you a story. Now that I got the logistics out of the way. Saturday afternoon, my wife and I were walking back home, and we both say to each other at the same exact time, which we knew was kind of crazy. I was like, would it be funny if our flights get canceled because of the snow? Right? And she goes, we could probably just cancel now, and they'll probably refund the tickets. I mean, even if they don't refund the tickets, we'll fly. We fly Delta all the time. It's like, let's play it by ear. So Saturday night after Shabbat, I check online. Who am I kidding? I check before that. Just trying to be whatever. And we both cancel our flights to her going to Palm Beach. I'm going to Alaska. Anchorage. And then the snowstorm comes in. But it didn't come in until like late in the afternoon. And those flights that were canceled, mine wasn't, of course. All my friends who went on the ski trip got out. And I'm very happy for them that they're there and they're having a great time. Fucking snowmobiling on glaciers, heli skiing, dog sledding, ice fishing. You know what? Should have kept my mouth shut Saturday afternoon. Fuck! But then last night, it dawned on me. It dawned on me that quite possibly and I'm not taking any credit for this whatsoever, but I am listening. I listened to John Phillips' update from his hospital bed in the ACiQ in Sarasota Memorial Hospital in Sarasota, Florida. I read all the comments. I thumbs up all the comments. I got dozens of emails to my mike@mikeypipes.com email address, my mike@pipedoc.com email, dozens of emails. I got several phone calls, text messages from the audience, whether it's his audience that hates me, my audience that hates him, but everyone thanking me for saving his life. I don't think I did that, but it dawned on me yesterday as these guys, because I'm still in the group chat, and I probably should remove myself, but then I won't be invited into next year's ski trip. I say next year I'm skiing 3 times. Telling you, I'm skiing 3 times next year. I don't give a flying fudge. It dawned on me that if I was not home Sunday, which was the day before yesterday, I would not have placed that call to the Sarasota Police Department, inquiring on to see if they can send a wellness check patrol car to his house. I know for a fact that I would not have done that because I would have been on a plane. And it would have been the furthest thing from my mind, keeping it real, right? But I think that God works in mysterious ways. I really believe that my wife and I decided at the same exact moment to not go on this trip so we could spend time home together and enjoy the blizzard in New York, where we got about 20 inches of snow. All right? I really believe that I needed to be home. God knows, who knows, maybe I could have killed myself heli skiing like they're doing on Thursday or Wednesday. Today they're doing the glacier and the snowmobile, all-day event. That's to me, by the way, not to them. That's to me, because I am the fucking idiot. But I quite possibly had some influence on John Phillips seeking urgent medical care. He guy's sitting in ICU, guys. Come on. He has blood in his lungs around his heart. Liquid around his heart and his lungs. His nephew texted me, "Thank you so much. You saved his life." You know, he just was trying to wait it out. But honestly, I was just thinking about the dogs, Gus and Bella. I got it right, Gus and Bella. So for those of you who don't know, John Phillips, we call him Mr. Sunshine. He's a retired U.S. Navy veteran. He was a boiler technician in the Navy. In the Navy. He was like a seaman, but not really. He's in his early 60s. He grew up in Rhode Island, moved to Florida a number of years ago, and he's a plumber. He's a master plumber licensed in the state of Florida, just like I am. He lives in Sarasota, Florida, and he toots his own drum, and he runs a chuck in a truck. He's a one-man band. And he's very, I guess he's good at what he does, but he's also a YouTuber, and he creates content of him eating food and talking about how much he hates Donald Trump, our president, who I happen to love. But that's okay, because we can have differences of opinion. Just saying. So I ended up staying home. Sunday morning, before the storm, I sold a steam boiler replacement job. We signed up 2 more maintenance agreements we signed up 1 maintenance agreement on Sunday. I had 2 more service calls. I billed out a boatload of revenue, which was nice. James went out on a couple service calls as well. Was that on Sunday? I don't remember. And yesterday I went out on a service call and fixed wall hung junk with a internal circulator. But that aside, I'm really glad that, Johnny, if you're listening, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're on the mend. I'm glad you're recovering. I wish you a refuah shalema. In Hebrew, that means a speedy recovery. My thoughts and prayers are with you, and hope you the best. And if you want me to send some Latinas chicas to give you a sponge bath, I got you, bro. But you're not taking my Penny and Nicole. That's mine in Ohio. I'm going to get sued for sexual harassment. I already know it. Guys, see you in the next one. Be well. God bless. Stay safe. Stay safe out there. It's very, 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 very freaking snowy. Love you guys. No homo.